So this is War of the Monsters. It's a game by Incognito Entertainment, same people who made Twisted Metal Black and Head On and Small Brawl for that matter, but very, very different team. A lot of the people who worked on Twisted Metal did work on this game though. So there will be lots of familiar elements. And also, it's technically sort of a horror game, but like 1950s kaiju horror. Like silly-ass sci-fi stuff. It's very fun. Highly amusing. And I'm apparently missing out on candy talk in chat, which is also very appropriate for the Halloween season. Candy is just as important as horror, in my opinion. I guess because I just played through a Sweet Tooth, we gotta talk about candy. But first, let's see Agamo here. I did a full playthrough of this game once, and I played as Agamo because Agamo's fourth costume is a giant mech dressed as Sweet Tooth. That is only unlocked if you, like, have a completed save of Twisted Metal Black on your hard drive. This is a downloaded version on the PS3. Let's bring up the software manual to prove it. Here we go. There we go. It's War of the Monsters. Check it out. The Global Observer Special Edition. A in-canon newspaper. Slightly ruined by a Ratchet & Clank ad. But this is a pretty cool software manual. I have Twisted Metal Black, and I've played through as Sweet Tooth. Downloaded here on this PS3 console, and it does not unlock that final costume. There appears to be no way to get it on the PS3 version. So luckily I have it on the PS2 version. I have too many copies of this game. One, arguably, is too many. Let's begin with my favorite character in the game, Preytor. Look at her. She's so cool. She's a big mantis. She's gonna kill everybody. I love these loading screens. I wish they were actually slower so that we could enjoy those classic movie posters for a little longer. Take that, Appcom. Incognito's games are way better than yours, and they always will be. Eat, Sleep, Plays, the company that can't lose. This first level has a bunch of tutorials in addition to being a parody of King Kong. And you can splatter people by walking around on the streets. Doesn't do anything, but it does leave a lot of little blood stains all over the ground. The controls are very, very simple until you actually try to use them. There are advanced moves on every button with every possible direction. And different attacks do different things if you time them specifically. Resulting in this game getting very complicated very quickly. So this first level is laughably easy. I'm still having a bit of a hard time because the controls are kind of awkward. And also, every future level is very, very significantly harder. I gotta start using the D-pad for fine movement. We got Cafe Chat Noir. I believe the word for cat is chat, and maybe French, so maybe that's what they were doing there. The generator is a very good weapon. Let's use this. You can zap enemies and totally incapacitate them. But once an enemy gets too low on health, they will run away. Twisted Metal 3 style, and it's very annoying. And we are heading towards getting King Kong in that exact position. Sometimes you can start a block in the middle of a combo, but I've been hitting the block button in the middle of each of those combos and it hasn't worked, so sometimes you can. Get back here. You can do ground attacks, but the enemy goes invincible like very soon after they hit the ground. Oh, that building curved right towards Kongar. He died immediately afterwards anyway, but if a building lands on anybody, that person dies instantly. It is the fastest way to kill somebody. And in a recent practice run, Kongar knocked the building down on top of himself, immediately ending that level. Oh, here we have Godzilla doing a little dance in front of a gigantic guitar. He's so excited to break tanks. He's gotta do a little shuffle. A very lazy shuffle. Back here. Now we can take the letters of Casino and use them as weapons. The Alphabet of Doom. He was barely injured and he already went for a health refill. This game in a nutshell. Oh, and he took the energy move. So we have health and energy, and we need to maintain them both with a bunch of pickups that are scattered all over the place. The level begins when all the pickups are fully claimed, because until that point, the enemy will go for them. And you can't really hope to stop them. Nice thing about Preytor is she can fly, but flying costs energy. When you double max out your energy bar, then you regenerate another use of your special. Your special does not recover over time. You have to fill up your energy bar or get a special pickup. And also when you kill an enemy, then you get another special back. See you in hell. Character whose name I forgot. Most of their names are like embarrassingly close to their famous movie monster that they're parodying. And for some reason there's an F over here. How did the letter F fall off the word casino? I'll never know, because I broke that F. F's in chat for the F. There we go, Robo 47. Big sci-fi robot. And my special did not hit it. Let's break the Orbit Hotel. For no reason. It's worth noting David Jaffe did not work on this game. He, like, had the idea. He's credited for, like, original concept or something. So yeah, he basically did just walk into the office and say, what if Twisted Metal was monsters? And then walk out. And someone made a game. Gave him credit. Actually, I believe Mike Giam, the co-creator of Twisted Metal, is the writer of this game. And this game does not have very much writing, but what there is very well presented. So I think we can credit him for that. Oh, that was a waste of my special. We have either a ranged special or a melee special. Like a close range special. The close range is always an explosion, no matter what character you're playing as. It's just an area of effect explosion. And it's almost always the wrong choice. The long range special is, in this case, vomiting a parasite. So obviously, it is unique to this character. And every character's long range special is unique to that character. That was probably Robo 47's long range special. Now, all these tanks are working with Robo 47, so they will not attack him. They will certainly attack me. On the bright side, they deal a lot of damage when you grab them and hit the enemy with them. Thing is, though, all of our moves are very slow to emulate the experience of being a guy in a gigantic rubber costume, using forced perspective to make it appear as though you are 100 feet tall. So the awkwardness is intentional, but severe. You're just gonna have to deal with it. It's not long for this world. One good hit with this tank, and he's dead. I'm almost dead. I have very little HP on my last life. Don't get too cocky. But there we go. I will say this game doesn't control fantastically, but the presentation is so good. Look at this. This is great. Such great mood setting for such a cheesy thing. I really wanted to do a Let's Play of this game, but I found it to be too frustrating to play to devote that much time to it. So I didn't. Maybe I made the wrong choice there. Because this game is super worth seeing. And arguably even worth playing. I'm having a good enough time. This health refill. The characters are surprisingly different from one another, and they are quite well balanced. So, if you're into variety and you want to play through the game multiple times, you can get a very, very different experience each time you play, which is pretty cool. Can't even say that about all the Twisted Metal games. The flavor of all these cheesy monster fights is so great. circle button to grab things. And this is a juggling fight. Boss throws things at us, so we throw them back. Let's keep throwing stuff at him. Got a little ambitious. I'm pretty sure nothing else we do will affect him at this point, besides throwing his own projectiles back at him. Damn it. The timing on this is so easy too. A lot of the timing in this game is ridiculously tight, but to grab these, you just need to be somewhere in the very long grab animation when you would be hit with the volleyball. And I'm doing a terrible job at it. Shockingly bad. I've practiced this many times. I'm pretty sure you cannot possibly get all 3 of the bombs to hit him each cycle. I was not able to figure out a way to do that anyway. That would have taken 10,000 forevers if that had been the only phase of the fight, but this phase, thankfully, takes up the rest of the fight and is quite a bit faster, if you do it right. And to do it right, you get this rock, which used to be balancing on top of one of the pillars, and you hit boss over and over again. Preytor's grab animation is much slower than a lot of the other characters, so I've never been able to stun lock this boss as Preytor, but other characters I can stun lock him very easily. This boss does have very deadly attacks if you let him get loose. And he is susceptible to regular attacks, but not very susceptible. He's got so much HP that it's not worth doing. So just lure him into a pillar. But he has an attack coming up that when he starts it, you want to interrupt it, and the only way to interrupt it is with that big rock. If you do not successfully interrupt it, it will last a very ridiculously long time. And it will be extremely dangerous the entirety of that duration. He got me. Oh, there's a mod that lets you play as this boss. That's pretty cool. I imagine that's probably also a Game Shark code on the PlayStation version. PS2 version specifically. Obviously, this is not a PS1 game. This would be the best looking PS1 game by a huge margin if it were. Instead, it is merely a pretty good looking PS2 game. It's really the art design that goes a long way here. Graphics themselves are fine. Perfectly fine. Where'd my big rock go? Bam. You dodged my big rock. Such moves. He ground me in his propellers. I'm surprised he hasn't done the attack that I'm afraid of. Maybe he's gearing up for it now. No, he's not. Yeah, get hit in the face with a rock. Repeat. Here it is. So that attack will go on for an absurdly long time. It's starting again. Now I'm in trouble, because I did not get my big rock in time. So he's just going to keep spinning around like that. Is he still spinning? He's still spinning. He, like, never stops spinning. It takes forever to wait this move out. And the only thing that can hit him is the big rock. Until I discovered the big rock strat, this boss fight was unbearable. Because at this point, he will prioritize doing that move over pretty much anything else. I despise the boss fights in this game. I consider them to be among the worst boss fights that have ever appeared in any video game ever. That was the best of the 3 boss fights that we just did. They unleashed Mecha Congar to fight Preytor as she was rampaging through the city. But of course, they're both just gonna fight me. And also, the enemy Preytor doesn't have a different skin, it's just the same as us, the default skin. But Mecha Congar is just a reskin of regular Congar. With slightly harder AI at this point. So they really should have reskinned Preytor. But whatever. So they unleash these 2 monsters and they both immediately go for me. Of course. The story of my life. Hey, Atomic Club. That's where a lot of these monsters would have come from. Another one of the big disappointments about this game is they don't tell you an ending when you win. They tell you the character's origin. So the endings are all, like, bad. We'll see that soon enough. Basically, a redo of the first level with an enemy Preytor bombing us the whole time. Every attack in the game can be interrupted by blocking at the perfect moment. The timing on when that perfect moment is very tight. Hey, a cloaking power-up. I assume Congar's going for a full health somewhere. Because he needs it. Now he's dead. Now it's just one-on-one, Preytor v. Preytor. I think that sign said monkeys are in my brain or something. Something random like that. What does this sign say? A lot of the signs are very interesting. Again, the graphic design, very interesting. Make freedom work. Buy bonds. No, thank you. No wonder I'm destroying the city. I agree with Preytor's motives, which are crush, kill, destroy. Murder, death, kill. I will fully admit, I'm playing this game on easy difficulty right now. Easy is the default difficulty. I almost feel like they playtested the game on medium and realized that it is unbearably frustrating until you've played hours and hours of this game. On medium difficulty, the enemies will impale you constantly. And as soon as they get to yellow health, they will break from combat and go for every single health refill in the entire level. On easy mode, they won't do those 2 things. So you get to participate in the game much more frequently. I found this mode to be a lot better. Like I said, combat is surprisingly robust and complicated. We have 2 attack buttons, and we can mix them up to perform different types of combos. If I do... Yeah, I have like a bludgeoning attack. If I hit forward and triangle, I'll do an attack that knocks the enemy unconscious for a couple seconds, but it has a big wind-up, so it's hard to land. There are knockout mechanics, there are impalement mechanics. Both of them have different effects on the characters if you manage to land them. If you wanted to get really, really good at this game, you could actually do some pretty impressive technical feats. I don't think any human ever has bothered to get good at this game. Ground and Pale. Get out of here, false Preytor. I'm the only one left. There is a full health refill hidden somewhere in most of the levels. I can never find it, and the enemies know exactly where it is. What are the odds? So they always beeline right for the damn thing. Ruin my fun. Double Dragon level. Most obnoxious level because these guys have a much better flight than Preytor does. They will fly around for a long time, shrieking the whole time. A lot of the sound design in this game is kind of annoying. It's like imposing. You do feel like big, impressive things are happening. But a lot of the sound clips are pretty irritating. That was my radial explosion, actually put to good use. I literally only use it when there are multiple enemies that will be hit by it, because the damage output is abysmal. But if you can hit multiple enemies, obviously you're doing that damage multiple times, which makes it worth it. There's also an air recovery that I haven't been able to do. But if you hit the block button while you're hurtling through the air, you will immediately recover. It is performed by hitting the block button when your feet are parallel to the ground. And you could be upside down or standing up, but only in that moment will it work. Sometimes when you're flying through the air, you stay parallel to the ground the entire time. Like your entire body is parallel to the ground. So recovery is impossible in those instances. I think one of the dragons died. I'm getting hit by a plane, but it doesn't matter, because this isn't Indiana Jones, and I'm invulnerable to those repellers. Explosions tend to do a lot of damage. That one certainly hit me pretty hard. Getting a parasite. Ground and Pale a bunch of times. Cease to live. He killed me. But I got one more life. And a special. A special alone should kill him. There we go. Kind of cheesed that, but there we go. It's over. The music, very dramatic, very fitting for 1950s kaiju movies, so I like that about it. On to Glowing Acres. Yeah, yeah, when you break the airplanes, you can throw the fuselage, the tail, and each of the wings at enemies. I just didn't do that last time. My mistake. Also, you can throw the smaller planes. You can pick up the entire plane and hurl those at enemies. It's often surprisingly ineffective. So this is Kineticlops, a giant eyeball suspended in living electricity, and he will respawn infinitely in this level. The only way to beat this level is to destroy the towers around the outside. Pretty sure this tower doesn't do anything. But I destroyed it anyway. Screw you, tower. Yeah, these power plant towers, they must be destroyed. But for some reason, not the Tesla coil inside. That gets to stand. Which is good because it's indestructible, so if you had to destroy it, you couldn't win. Just break the shell around each Tesla coil and then the level ends. Ignore the Kineticlopsies. There we go. Core meltdown. 10 seconds. Which has a really weird visual effect. Watch out. Glowing Acres survived so much, all for naught. So we saw the best boss in this game. Now let's see the worst boss in this game. Or arguably any game. That's my opinion, at least. I hate this boss so much. Right now, it's invincible. We cannot do anything to it. It is invincible for the vast majority of this fight. I mean, it's leaves and vines. Why can't we hurt leaves and vines? They're mutated and they're super powerful. We should still be able to do something to hurt this boss, even when it is closed. Instead, we wait for it to open its mouth, we hurl debris in there, and then the boss takes 1/6 of its total HP bar. So obviously, you need to do that a bunch of times to break each of the 3 heads. In the meantime, we need to dodge acid for a while. The acid always does a little bit of damage to you, but you'll probably have all 3 lives left over from the first part of the fight before the boss showed up. And if this boss were to kill you, that would take like half an hour. So it's virtually impossible to lose this fight, and it just takes a really long time to win it. And there's nothing you can do to speed up either process. Just very, very little interactivity in the entire fight. And thus very little enjoyment. That was interesting. I got stuck behind the head, and it had collision, and it sucked me in to the center of the boss, which immediately hurls you back out. Let's get a bigger piece of debris, even though they all do the same amount of damage. I feel like the larger piece will do more damage, so my feelings are important. Two more hits left. It honestly would have been funnier if the last hit brought it down to like 1 millimeter of a green HP bar. Because it doesn't matter, like, you have to do a full hit anyway. It takes a full cycle to get that hit. would suck to die here from the acid, because then I might miss by chance of hitting the boss during the cycle while I'm respawning. Or by touching the pedals. Damn. That's what happens when you touch the pedals. They flop down and hit you. And make you lose a cycle. An already excruciating fight. My bad. Yeah, this boss is just astoundingly terrible. Why would you put this in a video game at all? It looks cool, but it's just too big. Too big to fight. It's finally over. Don't even get much catharsis out of killing it. You do get an incredible amount of points. So if you're going to grind points, maybe that's a good idea. Robo 47, but 2 of them. So we should definitely talk about this game's plot at this point. The opening cutscene to this game is bananas. I love it. It tells the story of how in this world, the entire Earth was attacked by aliens. Just standard 1950s flying saucer UFOs, like the ones we just saw. To defeat them, the Earth launched nukes at them and blew them up and defeated them. The aliens were destroyed. But the alien ships crashed to the ground and they leaked special magic alien rocket fuel. And then that rocket fuel got into drinking water in certain places. It got into robots and made them come to life. And all of the monsters we're seeing in this game are caused by exposure to that rocket fuel. So, spoilers for every single origin cutscene in this game. It's all rocket fuel. Just different circumstances of being exposed to the rocket fuel. Some of them are still pretty funny. But it does make the fact that this game has no endings even more insulting. This fight has a gigantic secret in it, because it's based on San Francisco. You can cause an earthquake here, and it will collapse the entire center of the level and completely transform the way the level plays. But doing that requires you to stomp every tree and break every billboard and crush everything out here in the Bay Area, and then break almost all of the buildings. And then an earthquake will happen. It's very arduous. It's much, much faster to just fight the enemies. But it is really cool to do the earthquake. I'm not gonna bother, obviously. It's also possible to lock yourself out of making the earthquake happen, because when you break the buildings, it doesn't count as destroying the billboards that are on the buildings, nor the trees that are around the buildings. So it's possible to not have enough destruction points to cause the earthquake to happen. I've done that before. These monsters are fighting until we show up. Now they're just gonna fight me. Classic. Where did I throw that bus at? Did I throw the bus at monster number 1 halfway across the level? When Magma was right here trying to attack me already? Got a big old Preytor. This will break up real nice. There it goes. Look how big these pieces are. Beautiful. Devastating at the end of them. Again, going for the wrong target, though. Brutal. I believe one of the buildings around here will collapse and potentially crush somebody. But I don't know which one. Only specific buildings are capable of being collapsed in that manner. Here we can do the ground slam. Right? Do the ground slam. Damn it. A lot of the, like, specific moves in this game are very fiddly. You haven't seen me do the ground slam pretty much at all so far, besides when I pressed a different button earlier. But there. Makes the volcano melt. Which for some reason really pisses off our flaming enemies, who are already, like, made of lava. Covered in parasites. Now, to make up for the fact that we have flight, our jump is very shallow. So we basically have to jump twice to get anywhere. And the second jump costs energy, which is kind of a pain. There's a large energy, at least. The enemies are back to full health. Sap them all. I think one of them did not get hit with that special. And I wasted that special attack pickup. I haven't killed any enemies so far, but I'm down to my last life. I'm glad at least that this was in the era when Twisted Metal developers had realized people want their lives to regenerate between levels. Make that happen. For some reason it took until the PS2 era for that to be standardized. Damn it, Preytor. The lock-on has screwed me over more in this level than in all the previous levels combined. And it cost me a game over. Ah well. You can always replay. It's weird that this game came out in the middle of the PS2 era when there was a glut of other, like, Godzilla games and generic non-Godzilla monster games and stuff. I had this game confused with, like, 5 other games that were about giant monsters fighting each other. this, from what I can tell, is like by far the best of them. It's not even comparable to the other ones. So it's a damn shame that it really got lost in the shuffle there. Because I do think this game is really good, but kind of frustrating to play. Still mostly good, though. I always feel like I need to add the "it's frustrating" caveat, but mostly good. Get up with the Moai head. There was some Moai pun in the name of this level. I don't remember what it is, so I could be mistaken. Once I kill one of these guys, it'll be way easier. But they are much more cooperative than any of the other double enemy levels have been. And lock-on keeps screwing me over. Do not. You're kidding me. Twisted Metal 3 all over again. Anyway, here inside the volcano, we got these pillars. Let's grab the pillar, climb up, and do the slam move for the love of God. There we go. You can initiate the eruption from inside the volcano as well. And that tends to be safer, actually. Because all the molten rocks that fall down tend to land well outside of the volcano's range. Toucan. Let's get Agamo the hell out of here. Agamo is the character I played my last full playthrough of this game with, and I consider Agamo to be the worst character in this game. He's just ridiculously boring and not very fun to play at all. And still alive somehow. There, he's finally dead. Very little HP remaining. There it goes. Hit me with a projectile. Rude. Well, we'll crack this one eventually. I really just need to focus down one of them. And then we'll be all set. Because they really do work very well together. Fire our parasite when our feet are touching the ground. Very important to keep that in mind. Stay away from the full health. You better not go near it. He's going near it, but he died. He got parasited to death. So we pretty much got this under control now. And I'm gonna get this out of here. Can't have any other lava monsters hopping into the volcano to prolong their life. It's kind of nice that they actually don't let you pick up the special attack orb when you have a special attack ready. Because you can only hold the one special attack. They will not allow you to waste that orb. There's another large health refill here. It's not a full health, though. It's 25, not 100. Let's try and land the knockout punch. There it is. Makes stars spin around the monster's head. Pick up all the cars, all the debris, anything that looks like it should be grabbable and usable as a weapon, it can be. There are also multiple different victory poses for each character. There's so many animations in this game, it's astounding. They did a fantastic job with presentation. I can't gush enough about that. Yeah, it is weird that there are UFOs all over the game has UFOs everywhere. Most of the levels feature UFOs. But, canonically, they all died. We won the War of the Worlds before the game even started. And yet here the UFOs are. It's sort of plot relevant, I guess, that they came back. It's creatively bankrupt, if that is the case. But technically, I guess it means that our monsters are also saving the world while destroying every city on Earth with their pointless battles. We're accidentally saving the world. A little bit. He's impaled and dead. Very good. This level has multiple buildings that can be knocked over. And a tsunami Easter egg somewhere around here. I forget how to do the tsunami Easter egg. I did it in the other full playthrough I did. So check that out if you love this game. I showed off a bunch of crap that I can't figure out how to do right now. Stab him on the ground. Just get so few opportunities to do that. That's his area explosion attack, and at least it involves him swinging a sword around, which is pretty cool. So he's gonna go and grab health refills for a long time. Ah, he's back. What do you know? Nonetheless, here's my taunt pose. Because every character also has a taunt. Because this game didn't have enough animations already. So much unique nonsense all over this game. Not only are there natural disasters in a lot of these levels, but you get to initiate them. Unfortunately, the way they are initiated is very complicated. And just casually playing the game, you will probably never find any of them. But it's still cool. For some reason, this robot is killing the buildings instead of me. So get another parasite on you. Almost dead. Okay, he's dead. We win. Or do we? The conditions of our victory are to be abducted. We're heading to the alien mothership. it is. Alien mothership. 3 big-brained aliens. And I got no thoughts. Head empty. Who will win? Superior intellect or sharpest claws? Now I have 3 lives, so it's a bit of a foregone conclusion. And each of these enemies does have slightly lower HP to compensate for the fact that there are 3 of them versus the 1 of you. So I typically find this fight to be pretty easy. I don't know why they brought us on our mothership in the first place. Their mothership, that is to say. They were just asking for trouble. And they got it. One defeat wasn't enough for them. They got beat by the humans, and now they got beat by the monsters. They're about to be anyway. There he goes. So those big brains we just defeated were playable monsters, but you do have to unlock them. I'll show you how to unlock them after I finish here. On the final boss, Cerebulon, Destroyer of Worlds, printed at the Duchess of Angles. The spaceship we crashed in was sentient and is now attacking us. Here comes lasers. That laser does a lot of damage. But afterwards, we get to fight the boss for a couple seconds. Then the boss locks itself back up. Shoots another laser. Rinse and repeat. Let's see how few cycles we can do this in. I think it is going to take a lot of cycles. So we have that ranged vomit attack, which costs energy every time we shoot it. But at least we have it. Some monsters don't have any ranged attack at all, and this fight is even harder with them. Agamo is one such monster if you want to see what it's like to fight this boss without any ranged attack at all. Okay, that was the 3rd cycle, I believe. Let's get something to throw here so we can at least react when he opens up. Nope, we can't because I died. Told you that laser does a lot of damage. Also, Preytor has, I think, the lowest HP of any monster in the game. And it's not like a huge amount lower than the average monster, but it definitely comes into play sometimes. There we go. That phase sucks, but there are many more phases to come. The ship has been abandoned in favor of tentacles. No, Agamo might throw rocks. I remembered him not having a ranged attack. Maybe my memories are wrong. I haven't had a single air recovery this entire run, which is not surprising, but boy, would I love to have had several air recoveries. Once he gets close to you, he zaps endlessly. Damn you, Cerebrulon. Taking advantage of my very slow grab animation. Why did you throw that in the air? And why did it almost work anyway? There it is. This should kill me. I'm really desperate for a shield move in this game. Where are my energy attacks? This fight is ridiculously easy. Hey, an air recovery. If you have a faster grab animation, this part of the fight is so easy. Virtually impossible to die. Whereas here, it's kind of hard not to die. There it is. Of course the brain yet lives. I mean, it's kind of obvious because Boss still has half a health bar. Let's fill up on HP. Put a Parasite on it. That Parasite is my favorite special in the entire game. One of the reasons I like Preytor so much, but Preytor is objectively pretty weak. Okay, got out of the combo at least. The special is doing a ton of damage per use, so I can get another couple of those. Pretty set. That's a big if. However, we can outrun the boss indefinitely, which is nice. Perfect shot there, Preytor. Got him on the rebound, at least. Heads up, you freak indeed. Wow. I mentioned that the Iron Maiden fight is also probably inspired by Darktooth becoming a disembodied head. It's possible this was inspired by that twist as well. Same devs, so it would be cool and reasonable. That combo does a lot of damage. But afterwards, the boss is vulnerable to respond with a combo of your own. You got health refills respawning. This arena is terrible. It's the most boring arena in the game, and a lot of the arenas in this game are pretty boring. So that's unfortunate. It does kind of weaken the impact of this final boss. Knock him back. Take the cop car. Was not worth it. Here. Bludgeon him to death. I died. Brutal. Because now I gotta do all of that again. Shocking. Oh well. And my phone died. That's wonderful. Let me see if I can fix that at least. I don't have to do the whole boss fight again. This game is the best. That is such good design. Hang on a second. I'm doing stuff. It's hopeless. Or maybe not. I'll work on the boss fight, because there's plenty left here. I will not quit. The funny thing is I haven't saved this entire fight, this entire run. So if I quit, I have to play the entire game from the very first level. So, I will not be doing that. Ooh, I've never seen that, like, Sonic roll move. Full of surprises here. And we should have all 3 lives back. What we don't have is dramatic music anymore. And all the buildings that were broken are remaining broken. There's no on-screen indicator of how many lives you have. So I don't know if I have 3 lives right now or 1. Ouch. I might be finding out pretty soon whether I have 3 lives or 1. Hey, special orb. Let's find out. I'll pretend that was intentional. Game over? Or nay? Game still on. So the fastest thing to do would be to die repeatedly. Get all of our specials. Just to get this over with. I imagine chat is in full mods or asleep mode right now, because I can't see anything you're doing. They could be going totally berserk. Hope not, though. My chat is pretty well-behaved and classy. Talk amongst yourselves. Bring back Candy Chat if you want a topic of conversation. I keep interrupting the Sonic roll. I kind of want to see that go to fruition. No such luck. Caught me with the beginning of that combo, and there was nothing I could do at that point. I love his ballerina moves, though. He's just a disembodied brain that's been piloting a ship forever. He's got such sweet moves. And he's dead. He's not dead at all. Sequel bait. Because we don't end up killing the tiny microbrain that escapes. Dun, dun, dun. A classic 1950s movie twist. Let's actually save the game, and then enjoy Preytor's origin. So we got to see Sweet Tooth the monster transform into a bug, and then we watched a bug transform into a big monster. A rich, full day, in my opinion. What a stream. What a delight for our October horror shenanigans. This closing theme is very metal. I like it quite a bit. And here's the guy composing it live. Wow, I forgot that was part of the end credits. And my phone is being a real pain in the ass, so... gonna bring up chat via alternate means. There we go. Hello again, chat. Thank you for joining me. Still got a little bit of stuff to show off. But that's War of the Monsters. Legitimately a really good game that isn't very fun to play. Unfortunately. Still worth looking at occasionally. I can definitely see myself doing full playthroughs of this one again. Not promising anything, but it seems likely. It's Twisted Metal adjacent. And, I enjoy it. Maybe the people enjoy it as well. These credits are pretty lengthy. Not at all like 1950s movies, where like 6 people worked on it. One guy ends up putting his name in like 10 different roles because he did 10 different roles on the movie. Oh, Jaffe didn't get a special thanks? Yeah, wow. He got credited for like concept or something. His name is in the credits somewhere. I pointed it out last time I did a full playthrough. But I missed it this time. There we go. That was the entire game. Now, check the unlocks option and this very slow-moving, glitchy title screen. Don't buy the PS3 version of this game. Why would you? Not the only person left that has a PS3. So, you need to buy all the costumes. This is Raptros, and the reason his first costume costs $200,000 is because when you buy that, you unlock the character of Raptros. We have not seen this character yet because he's locked. But Tojera comes with 2 freebie costumes. Preytor has extra costumes. I know the secondary one is the ant, like the big red ant that we fought before the first boss. I forget what the other 2 are. I did a little video that's like a minute long where I showed off all of Preytor's costumes. So, that was a long time ago. I forgot what they are. Robo 47, Agamo. Ultra V was the high-tech Gundam-esque robot in the Japan level. Magmo was the lava guy, Kinetoclops. Zorgulon is the living brain that you can play as. Not the final boss, but the 3 guys on the mothership that we fought. You can play as them if you buy this costume. These are multiplayer levels, I think. These are mini-games. You can play a bunch of weird mini-games in this game, if you are so inclined. And there we go. Let's go back to Agamo, because the last costume is special. That is the Sweet Tooth costume that you need to have beaten Twisted Metal Black in order to unlock. You cannot do that on the PS3 version. All the more reason it is worse than the PS2 version, which I also have. But there we go. This is a unique playthrough technically because it's a different version. I did not notice any version differences. Good times. That's been War of the Monsters. Thank you for joining me. And have yourselves a good one. Especially thank you if you joined me on stream. And have yourself an especially good one in that circumstance. Thanks again for watching.